Hey, Daniel here with Bullseye Leak Detection. I'm going to take you through how to do an isolation test today. An isolation test is done so we can determine how much water the pool or spa is leaking. This is a way to isolate the different systems and see what your amount of loss is with the equipment shut off and separated. First thing we want to do is we want to come to our equipment and we're going to want to turn off the pump for 24 to 48 hours while we do the test. This is an older style system with the old clocks. If you have a newer system with TeleTouch, you're going to want to put the system into service mode. So you can do that from your remote or go to the panel, go to mode and go to service mode. And that's going to shut everything off so it won't circulate. All right, now that we've turned off the equipment, we just want to make sure there's no visible leaks on the equipment or anything leaking or losing water that we need to be aware of with the test going on. We're going to need to isolate the pool from the spa. On an older pool and spa like this system, this valve may be in the ground like you see here, and we'll turn the valve so it is pool suction and then pool return. So we have two separate valves and we want to isolate the pool from the spa. If you have a newer system with a remote control, you're going to go into spa mode, and by doing that it's going to have spa suction, spa return, and it's going to isolate that pool from the spa so the water isn't draining or transferring from one side to the other. We want to mark the level. What I like to do is to mark the inside of the skimmer, and I'll put the time and the date so I know when I started the test, and I marked the top of the water line. It's going to move up and down a little bit, but you want to get it fairly close, and then we can check it again in 24 and then 48 hours. The other thing we want to do is mark the level in our spa or any other body of water that's isolated in the system. So you can see here, I marked it, I put the time and the date, and then we're going to check this again in 24 and then 48 hours. Keep in mind that we're going to have evaporation, and we can always go and do a bucket test to determine our evaporation rate. This isolation test is to isolate the bodies of water to determine which body of water is leaking and how much is leaking, including evaporation. And that's how we do our isolation test on a pool spa combo.